You've been giving praise incorrectly your whole life. You're stunning. You look fantastic. You're so appealing. It sounds fine. It feels secure. But consider this. If she's already heard it 1,000 times from guys she barely recalls, why would hearing it from you make her remember you clearly? It won't. Genuine attraction doesn't start when she feels honored. It starts when she feels seen, mentally, emotionally, and sometimes physically. And that requires a different kind of compliment. The type that slides past her shields. The type that makes her feel noticed in ways she didn't expect. The type that makes her think about you long after you've departed. This is not about flattery. It's about impact. The phrases I'm about to show you work, not because they're sweet, but because they're daring. Before we continue, recall this. If you are ready to master this at a deeper level, you need to practice. Learn to utter things other men would never risk. Now let's get into what you should never utter again and what to say instead if you want her mind whirling and her body yearning for more. Never simply say, "You're lovely." Reflect on it. You've likely said it 100 times. You're lovely. It feels polite, natural, respectful, maybe even romantic. But here's the harsh reality. It doesn't work. Not in the way you imagine. She's heard it from strangers in her inbox, from men she doesn't even like, from guys she doesn't even recall. It's predictable. It's hollow. And most of all, it doesn't connect with her. It stays on the surface. And surface level never entices. When you tell a woman she's lovely, you're merely repeating what the mirror already informed her. You're not offering her anything new. You're not making her feel something unexpected. Beauty matters certainly, but saying it the way every other man says it doesn't elevate you. It blends you into the noise. You want to know what lands differently. Tell to you. Instead of "You're lovely," say something like, "There's something dangerous about the way you look at me." Notice the shift. Now it's about tension, about the energy between you. Now you're not just admiring. You're inviting her into a shared moment. You're suggesting desire without being crude. You're triggering her imagination, not just stating a fact or "Try this." I can't decide if you're a puzzle I want to solve or something I want to lose myself in. That's not about her appearance at all. It's about your experience of her. Here's the true secret. Women don't fall for being told they're pretty. They fall for being felt, being noticed in a way most men never dare to express. And if you want to go further, reverse the whole dynamic. Say this: "You possess beauty like you don't even care about it." That's unusual. Now you're not just noticing her face. You're noticing how she carries it. You're looking past the makeup, the attire, the posture. You're saying, the real power of a compliment lies, not when you praise the evident, but when you point out what most people miss. There are compliments that are safe, and then there are compliments that remain with her. The safe ones sound like this: "You're beautiful. You look nice. That outfit suits you." They're acceptable, but forgettable background noise. The bold ones impact differently. There's something about the way you move. The way you just glanced at me. I sensed it. These create tension, anticipation. Then there are the psychological ones. The ones that get inside her thoughts. You make me lose my train of thought. You carry yourself like you already know how this concludes. These pull her into a mental game. They echo in her mind. When you stop saying "You're lovely" and start describing your experience of her, you stand out. Most men are too afraid to go there, or they've never understood how. You're learning how to speak directly to her instincts, not just. The distinction between weak and strong delivery. You don't utter these things to get a reaction. You say them because they're true, because you mean them, because you're steady enough to say what other men filter out. That's the kind of delivery that sticks. That's what makes her think about you later when no one else is near. Have you ever said something that made her stop, look at you differently? Like she just seen something she didn't expect? That's when you know you've made an impact. If you haven't, that changes now. Because what you utter next doesn't just matter. It creates the feeling she either yearns for or forgets. The next compliment is one most men wouldn't even dare to say. But once you do, she won't forget it. Most compliments land in one of two places. Either they hit the body, you look tempting in that attire, you have wonderful legs, or they try to hit the mind. You're clever, you're so engaging, but rarely do they do both. To be raw, unfiltered, unpredictable, sharp, and you're quietly saying, I can handle all of you. That's not just attractive, that's magnetic. This only works if you're steady enough to genuinely mean it. If you say it to influence, it fails. But if you say it from a calm, present place, it connects. Deep down, every woman knows her complex side isn't wrong. It's just hidden. And when a man sees it and doesn't flinch, she remembers him. Try this on a first encounter. You have a little wildness in your eyes. That's probably my favorite thing about you. Not only are you skipping small talk, you're revealing something she hasn't heard in years. You're not afraid of the storm. You're embracing it. Every woman has something she secretly loves but doesn't admit. It's not the flowers. It's not the compliments everyone gives. It's deeper. It's private. Sometimes it's even a little forbidden. Most women have desires they hide under a polished because no one else is saying it. None of this works if you deliver it. Like a seducer, the power isn't only in what you say, it's in how you say it. Calm. Certainly not seeking approval, just stating what's true. Because when a man speaks like that, he stops being another praise machine. He becomes an experience she relives in her thoughts, and that's what captures her. She's not just chasing attention, she's chasing the feeling you gave her when you spoke. Most guys only compliment the clear. You're sweet. You're enjoyable. You're so positive, safe, predictable, forgettable. But women don't want to be viewed as flawless. They want to be viewed as real. And real people have complexity. While every other guy is praising her good side, you're going to acknowledge her edge, the part she thinks is too much, the side she conceals because the world told her to be kind. You won't disregard it. You'll call it out. You'll make her feel like the thing she tries to dull eye. You stop saying you're lovely and start describing your experience of her. You stand out. Most men are too afraid to go there, or they've never understood how. But you're learning how to speak directly to her instincts, not just her ears. And that's why most guys fail before they even begin. Here's the reality. A woman doesn't just want to feel wanted. She wants to feel understood and desired at the same time. That's what gets under her skin. That's what makes her crave you, not just your attention. So, what does that sound like? Try this. You move like you know what you're doing, and I'd be dishonest if I said I wasn't thinking about it. Break it down. You move like you know what you're doing. That's an observation. It makes her feel seen. It hits her mind. It's about her presence. And I'd be dishonest if I said I wasn't thinking about it. That's the reveal. That's what hits her body. It makes her wonder what you're thinking about. You've created tensi. Desire. Try this. There's something dangerous about you. I don't know if I should move closer or walk away. You didn't say she's attractive. You didn't say she's nice. You said there's something intense in her, and you're drawn to it, that activates a switch in her mind. She spent years trying to be good enough, easy to like, but suddenly, this man sees the intensity underneath and appreciates it. That's uncommon. That's captivating. Or this, you've got the kind of energy that doesn't ask for room, it takes it. You're not praising her kindness. You're acknowledging the force behind her eyes. Force. Most men are too insecure to name. And when you do, you instantly distinguish yourself from every guy who just wants a smile. Why does this succeed so well? Because it's authentic. It's bold. It tells her, I'm not scared of who you are. In fact, that's the part I want most. It's seductive in a way. Compliments about looks never are, because it's not about appearance.